Question 24 is about vectors, and it's a pretty nasty one. So the first thing I need to point out is at the top here it tells us it is a parallelogram. And now that's easy to miss, but if you understand what parallelogram is, it means this side here, or this length, is exactly the same here. So if that's vector B, I'm going to go ahead and write that this is also vector B. And likewise, that is vector A. Now, we're told lots of information here. So D is a point so that this vector is exactly the same as that vector. So I'm going to go ahead and add that in also. Now n divides this line in a ratio of 2 parts to 1 part. Now a lot of people mistake this for a half, and you can quite clearly see it's not halfway along. It means there's 2 parts to 1 part, which actually means this is a third of this line here. Now, with all that information we're ready to answer. So our first question is, write an expression from O to N. Now, we don't have a vector to get there directly, but what we do have is a vector to get from A to B. So what I'm actually going to do is say O to N, to get from here to here, it is exactly the same as going from O, but I'm going to go up to A. And then from A, I'm going to get to N. Now you might be thinking, well, there's no vector here. And you're right, there isn't, but I can actually write an expression by getting from A to B, not this way, but in a different way, using the vectors given in the question. So, O to A, sorry, that was meant to be an equals there. O to A is A, vector A. And please note I'm using my squiggles to show that there's a vector. Now, A to N, so A to N is 2/3 of all of this journey here, because it's 2 parts, remember, and 1 part. So I'm going to say it's 2/3 of AB. And I know what AB is. A to B is coming down against this vector, so that's a negative A, and then going with this vector to B. So it's an A plus 2/3 of negative A, and then with the B. Now, when you get this situation, you might find it easier just to multiply everything by 2/3. So, let me just do that. So 2/3, well, it's minus 2/3 of A, and a positive 2/3 of B. So it's a positive. Now it's nearly there. You should be able to see now we have like terms, or like vectors, so we can collect these together. A whole A, take away 2/3 of A, is 1/3 of A, and we've still got our 2/3 of B. So there is the answer to part A. Now I'm going to do part B in the next video. It's a star, so I'm going to give it a little bit more extra attention.